Hello, welcome to part two. Taking my time as your tarot card reader with this tarot card reading, so we'll see how it goes. We just got the Ace of Cups reversed. We have all reverse cards today. I think there's this kind of a Celtic, as a lot of the tarot card decks have this tarot card book, and they suggest at least one tarot card spread. And in this book, they suggest it's some kind of Celtic cross type of spread. And they say if the first card is reversed, then all the other cards are, you need to flip what they are. Um, and it turns out all our cards are reversed today, but I'm going to keep them reversed as a tarot card reader. I'm not going to read them as if they're flipped, but we do have a theme of just kind of being lied about things. As far as going tit for tat, as far as ability of understanding the spectrum of human emotions and conditions, we're choosing to not go tit for tat and just kind of keep a light and kind of perspective. So this outside influence, I really like our influences, especially paired. We have the hidden influence and the outside influence, temperance, in this Ace of Cups here, both reversed. I think that's a very positive sign. And for them to be around our obstacle, which is the Four of Coins, I think is really positive too. Um, as far as what our obstacle and what would be problematic, I think this week we had kind of a string of luck of not really having to focus on a certain specific adversary, but this week, unfortunately, we have the adversary of the Empress, somebody who is doesn't recognize boundaries and feels like they know more than, not only do they know more than you do, but they have the right to tell you what you can and can't do. Um, and apparently it's because they lack creativity. But anyway, there's emotional fulfillment here, which I think is really interesting. Um, and kind of a sigh of relief, considering we're dealing with this Five of Swords in our past that maybe we might not necessarily want to do, not necessarily be our choice to do so. Um, so yeah, let's see our advice and solution. Three of Swords reversed. Very interesting. We have our past here, and we have this kind of like journey, and our advice and solution brings us back to the sword, our air element. Um, I think the advice and solution is going to be really great. It's going to hit the nail on the head, so to speak. Whatever issue was with our past, I think this Three of Swords indicates that we're going to deal with it head on. We're going to get to the whatever the issue is. We're not going to have to sidestep with any of whatever might be going on with our past and what's going on now. And I guess business included. This Three of Swords is heartbreak unless you're able to communicate. And again, considering all of these cards, I would say communication is very, very strong here. And it says communication, but I think as the sword and the air element can mean communication, and therefore thus also include like a logic, intellect, debate, reason, and stuff like that. Um, the Three of Swords is again in a lot of tarot decks where the mind and the heart interconnect. You know. So that's very interesting. There could be emotions about this, but that's fine. Um, it's the advice and solution. So, yeah. So see our future. The reverse emperor. Well, this is great. If we were feeling any sort of kind of restriction or confinement or lack of mobility or lack of being able to, um, here's the card upright. It looks a little menacing, but it is in fact the Emperor card. Um, any sort of not being able to escape from this reversed Empress here, who's bringing up something unpleasant in our past. This future and outcome, I think, indicates and points towards that we're going to be very successful in doing what needs to be done and what we have to do, and whether that means avoiding something or not, or participating in something or not. Um, I just want to say that because of this Four of Coins here, we have all of this stuff going on, and then boom, right at the top, we have this very strict kind of business situation going on. Um, but as far as maybe there might be, all of these cards are reversed, right? Maybe there might be a meaning for that. Maybe like a pebble in your shoe type situation. You'd like, it's fine, it's just a pebble in my shoe. But maybe this card can also indicate all this movement with this strength card can indicate that there might be an alleviating of some sort of stressor that maybe we've just kind of learned and have adapted to. So I think that's something to look forward to. Um, this Emperor card, if you're wondering, I like it way better than the Empress card. So I think the fact that we get the Emperor card is very, very positive as your tarot card reader. This again gonna hit the nail on the head. Whatever the situation is with the past, whatever it is with the present, we're just gonna uh, hit the bullseye on that one. Be very accurate and precise in our dealings with it. There's no miscommunication. Well, I mistook this for this, and this person thought this. As far as this cross path situation going on, it's not going to be there. This, especially if you like whoever it is you have cross paths with. Parting of ways is the air element. Um, there's going to be a lot of agreements going on. I guess you can say. But let me just go ahead and look at what this Emperor card reversed means and try to extract all the positive from that. Unable to receive from others, bossy. This is very interesting considering our obstacle. I don't know. I think this Four of Coins kind of sticks out, wanting to get money together. We have all this kind of stuff going on, and then we have this wanting to get money together. Um, yeah, I think that this mastering over all realms of doing is the Emperor card, our future and outcome. So I think this is very interesting considering this kind of um, lack of movement. And I guess I mean that like, I guess also symbolically, right? Um, and again, I just think that this unable to receive from others, and bossy, I think, is quite the remedy for this Empress card over here. I think as far as that's concerned, comparing the two, I think because I think this Empress card has no problems bringing up stuff from our past, so they would have no problems in comparing themselves to us, or maybe especially in a very successful manner for us. Um, so I think that this unable to receive from others, bossy, this Empress present, whoever that may be saying like, well, I'm not creative and you're not either. You're being the same way as I am. I think is probably the worst situation that could happen. But I would say that that is an uncreative argument. If they can't see the difference between us and them, then I would say that's just an argument only and not really how they actually feel. They probably know the difference, but they're just saying otherwise. So anyway, I would say not the most pleasant tarot card readings, but I have to compare that to our previous tarot card readings where we just had really extremely positive readings. I think this overall, this is a great spread. And not too much to get concerned about other than, again, this Empress card. And it could be wanting to get money together. So as far as whatever's happened in their past with this air element, we've kind of decided to deal with it a little bit like a business and career. Something that can help us grow in our jobs and stuff like that. So that's great. Um, uh, uh, Earning things and knowing that you have earned that is accomplishment is always a good feeling, right? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and see what we draw. 1 second. Okay. What color shall you see? I'm gonna go with pink since we have this what did I say, baby doll? Not baby girl, baby doll. Soft clam. I have a lot of stuff underneath my desk in case you're wondering why is she moving like that. I have a lot of stuff here, mostly books and makeup. Okay, so far I just drew the past, right? One of her eyes is the Five of Swords. Okay, so uh, kind of focusing a lot on the past and the present cards. Here's the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords all the time in a lot of the tarot decks has some uh, more than one person. It's about what is it? Uh, Interpersonal relationships. Not intra is the relationship you have with yourself, right? The Five of Swords always indicates the relationship that you have with others. So here I put the dagger, and then I put this kind of Gemini kind of symbol there. You know, Gemini is an air element. Um, and this seeing of both sides, right? A Gemini can probably do that. Um, Maybe different signs or different kind of personality types if you don't really identify with your zodiac sign. Might just be kind of you see things a certain way and not really especially the extreme other end type of opinion and way. But anyway, so this is the Empress. So she's thinking she's all that and better than you or us, kind of stuck, not creative, as shown as a skull. And she's got weird stuff from her eyes. And here she's got a broken heart. Why else would you be that way? And she's got to emulate the Three of Swords, and she's got um, cracks in her heart or places where her heart was pierced. Right? It's supposed to be blood. Okay, and then I just kind of mixed the our influences, the Ace of Cups and Temperance card with the hands. That's her hand. I know. Well, you drew her as a skeleton. You know, yeah, sometimes the things are like that. I don't really draw hands except a skeleton hand. But you can see the separation. This is, in fact, her hand, and she's got the Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment, and the Temperance of the stars right in the cup of self reflection and maturity. And as far as the Emperor, I think I'm gonna draw a turtle, just to keep things light, you know. It can also be a reverse strength card. We have this kind of like the stars and stuff in there too. Okay, I'm done. What a long video. I drew tortoise as the emperor. I drew a kind of like there's a light around the shell, and then there's something kind of dark. I kind of wanted it to be air, but it kind of has like waves, like water. I don't know. So something kind of menacing, like this emperor card, looking like it's kind of like, oh my god, right? So anyway, here's my drawing. I hope you'll like it. So yeah. Thanks for watching. If you did, if you didn't, that's a fine too. Keeping a very positive and a light perspective on things. So yeah, if you would like to add into the conversation, anything you might like to add to the conversation, then please do so. If you don't, then that's fine too. Anyway, You'll have a good one. And as always, I look forward to the next tarot card reading.